Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul Tuesday Rivals Agenda. As you know, if Jay's on a panel, there's always agendas and never facts. You got man like Hooks, of course, looks like he's come back from driving a lorry. And then, of course, Ches is over here hiding as he usually does until Chelsea win a game. But people, what are we saying? There's a bit of transfer news, not like yesterday, but we move. Oh, damn. Oh my God.
They deleted it.
They deleted it.
The
AFTV deleted it. Oh, that's crazy. They tried to do the slot.
You see that Hooks?
Arteta comparison point thing.
What did they delete?
So they tweeted something, saying our floor is their ceiling. And then it's got Liverpool points this season, 86. Arsenal's points this season, last season, 89. So basically saying your floor is Liverpool's ceilings. And
it's a bit of a wild take, especially considering.
I think that's why they deleted it.
Can I just say before we move on, Hooks, the beard is looking good today. Have you done something with it? Have you been like beard oil in it or something? The beard is looking good, you know. Let the record state, I elevate my friends. I'm not a hater. That is a fine looking beard, Hooks. Now let's get back to the delusion. Carry on.
So yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's a very wild comment,
Jay.
Well, they've taken it down, Bo. So I reckon it got tweeted last night. Yeah. So I reckon Robbie's gone into work this morning and said, "Someone fucking get that tweet down. get the fucking bullshit down." But bro, like I said, never talk about Invincibles to me ever again because points are all that matters, right?
Yeah, it's fun your game.
But the thing is, it's not points is all that matters. Like, I think that the narrative has changed a lot in it. Like, because originally it was Arteta that made the statement about how Arsenal have finished on higher points in other seasons and haven't won the league, to which Liverpool fans, you know, got I don't know, they got a bit bitchy about it and said, but hey, wait, we're probably going to end on over 90 points. And then now that they're not going to end on over 90 points and they're actually going to end on less points than what Arsenal got last season, Arteta's point has kind of been proven. And now they're all changing their narrative. Now they're going from, oh, we don't care anyway, we won the league. It's not about points. It's about the points that you get in a season, which was Arteta's original point. So, yeah, I just find it funny on the AFTV side. Like, whoever posted that, it's a bit wild because our floor is not 89 because look how many points we're getting this season. So clearly, our floor is a lot lower than 89. You could argue under Arteta, our ceiling is probably 89. So,
Hooks, do you want to know what my problem is with it? And I don't really, in general, I don't really have a problem. My issue, I guess, is when Arsenal fans say it's because of injuries and red cards that they didn't win the league, that's where I have an issue. If they say because of the injuries and the red cards, like it really made it detrimental. It was really difficult for us to win. And I think maybe it could have been fatal. Because when you haven't got over the line, when you've not had those things, if you say that that's the reason you don't get over the line, I almost find it a bit disingenuous. Do you know what I mean? I understand.
But every season's context is different. They're two of this, like both of those statements can be true at the same time.
True, but the thing is, in the absence of any proof of you getting over the line, period, it's like it's difficult for me to co-sign that. Do you know what I mean?
But that's like, I don't know. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of like a moot point. Like, just because we didn't have the injuries that we had this season, last season, doesn't mean that the injuries that we had this season can impact Arsenal to the point where they can't win the league. Like, it doesn't. You can't go
100%. But my thing is that the thing is like I always think that losers have to explain. It's probably why I'm such a good talker, because Spurs lose a lot. So my point is that like when I look at it like that point of view, it's like you're constantly giving context, and I think that when you have to constantly give context, you can then say, well, why would I think Arsenal would get over the line? Because there's always an issue, whether it's Saliba getting injured or this guy getting injured, or like I just think it's like you're not good enough. We can delve into why you're not good enough, and it can be the injuries and blah blah blah. But it's like, but overall, you can just say over the last 3, 4, 5 years, you've not been good enough to get over the line for various reasons, right?
Which is a fair statement.
Yeah. So and then on the flip side, if you then turned around and said, well, it's because of X, Y, and Z that we didn't get over the line, I would then also say fair. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say Arsenal failed because of anything specifically, but I can also say Arsenal haven't been good enough.
I don't think so. I don't think so much the issue is like giving the context. I think the issue is not giving all of the context. Like I agree with you. I don't think it's fair for an Arsenal fan to say that we didn't win the league because of the injuries and the red cards. But I also, at the same time,
it's not fair to not acknowledge them at all.
Yeah, I also think it's not fair to it because like we're not talking about like 1 or 2 injuries here or there. We're talking about 28 injuries across the whole season, and at no moment having all of our star players fit and available at the same time. I think that's crazy. The red card thing, less so. The only 2 red cards that I have an issue with this season is the Trossard against Man City and the Declan Rice against Brighton. And the only reason I have an issue with them is because since they happened, that scenario has never happened again in football. And I've seen a lot of similar offences, and it's never equated to a second yellow leading to a red. So Arsenal are actually the only team that have been punished, that pitch as well, by Arsenal are the only team that's been punished by that kind of officiating.
But so, what is going on? Who created this?
So that's a mad one still. But yeah, like at the end of the day, like I don't know, I think losers explain is a bit of a
oh, who created this? Who made this?
Yeah.
I was gonna say not too much on my boy Igal, you know, not too much on Igal.
That's what I'm saying. Why are they doing Igal like that?
Yeah, I'm not co-signing that with a smile. Not even. Big up Igal. Don't worry, Igal. Positivity is frowned upon. Schadenfreude sells nowadays. So misery loves pain. Keep doing your thing, Igal. Fuck these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? Big up Igal. But when you say things that Igal says and like other people say as well,
like
you can't really, you get me? You can't really be mad when, you know, people get at you in their own little way, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like your books.
Yeah, man. You can't.
I don't say things that
Wirtz is hoping for a pitch like that next season.
I don't say things that are wild. I say things that
no, you make videos.
Don't agree with.
No,
I say things that people don't agree with.
We can say the same thing for Igal though. He certainly doesn't say things that people agree with.
I mean, like, bro.
I mean, we all know your thing. We know your thing. You make the videos. He's like, Arsenal are going to win on Wednesday, and I don't know why. Everyone's laughing, and then you got little music, like in the background.
I keep telling man, I'm creative. Hey man,
we know your hooks. When it comes to editing, bro, your work rate's sensational, by the way. Yeah, I must say, yeah. But when it comes to work rate, creativity and all that, there's no issue there. But delusion also spouses around your mind. So
hey, well, do you know what? I think we need to just accept the fact that fan is a short term for fanatic. And
that's my bar. That was my bar.
That's a line and a half, mate. That's a great line.
That was my bar.
There's a certain level of delusion implied when you are a fan, and if you don't have that certain level of delusion,
man has stolen my bar line word verbatim.
Then I don't know if you're a fan. You know, that's not a me problem.
You know, you just did there, Hooks. Basically, what Jay's recognized. Oh wait. there's someone that sounds way more intelligent than me on the panel, let me say that's my bar.
No, that was my. But that literally was my.
No, I've never heard. By the way, I've never heard it until you have.
Said on last week's show,
man.
fan is short for fanatical. So
on last week's show.
I literally used that specific bar.
Hey Jay, I've got many about the fact
that Hooks came up with that bar on his own, and who thinks he's
when I can be asked, I can actually go to the About the Fan where I actually said it, which predates you saying it, clip it and send it to Cass and he can play it next time.
I'm absolutely down.
When I can be asked though. When I can be asked.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
When I can be asked.
Wow, Jay's actually offended. You're hearing this, Ches. Sorry. Ches. You're obviously you schooled in Windsor and Eton, so is your intelligence insulted by Hooks saying
what do you say?
Well, he said fan is short for fanatic. And then what's it called? And then Jay got all offended in his mind and said, oh, wait, there's someone that's more intelligent than me, speaking more intelligent than me. I need to make sure people know I'm the lawyer here.
I'm saying, Ches, doesn't that sound like a bar that I would literally come up with?
It would, yeah, he is copying his bars, to be fair. That is a bar.
This is mad.
I can't get involved.
That's disrespectful.
There's way too much intelligence on this panel with Ches and Jay.
I know. Thank you.
Hey, Chesney, darling.
Are we going to discuss Chelsea today?
Of course we are. Of course we are. Demetrius says my picture made it. If it's your picture, big up yourself, man. Can you also do one with Hooks, please?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend. But yeah,
maybe
man.
like two Arteta holding two babies and like one with Hooks face. And
just get the what's it called one? Get the one off of Grand Theft Auto where he's got two pits.
Oh yeah,
For me, it like cool. Like it's all laugh and joke to see my face on it, but for me, I don't ride out for this brother the same way.
But you did.
I don't ride out the same way for this brother.
It doesn't matter.
Even when, just mad. Even when, I was riding out for this brother, I still didn't ride out for this brother in the same way that Igal rides out for this brother. So, I hear it from a comedy standpoint. I hear it.
Yeah.
But from wanting to stay true to the matters, it don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? But hey, is what it is. The internet is gonna internet. I've been on the internet long enough. It's all fun and games. I hate
seasoned.
Like and
you're
subscribe.
You're a seasoned pro. As he said,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We're on there's 50 people in the house. 118 likes. We can raise the bar just like that. And we're going to talk about the transfers now, as people are probably eager to say, "Oh, just get on with the transfer. What's this got to do with Arsenal?" Blame Jay. Anyways,
are we going to talk about the fact, that Liverpool fans were getting gassed that Man City dropped out from Wirtz, but now Wirtz is pretty much going to Bayern. Like, are we going to talk about that? Is that what we're going to talk about?
Oh,
we can save that for Monts, I guess. When Monts gets here,
don't worry. He's around. He does the late Liverpool show, doesn't he? Yesterday.
I did say to him yesterday, it should have been. Yesterday's show should have been a cooked apps because City haven't got their target, but instead Monts was making it Liverpool getting Wirtz, and I thought, whoa, nah. There's two different things here. Cook me, by all means. My team have came up with some mad PR that they pulled out. Nah. The player didn't want to come. It's so obvious,
Wait, can I ask you a question around that? Yeah. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of why it happened, but do you think?
Neither do I. I'm guessing. To be fair,
do you think? Because what I originally thought, is I thought Man City pulled out because. Well, not pulled out, but like in the sense that they didn't want to commit to spending a certain amount of money on Wirtz when Champions League football isn't guaranteed.
That's that. Do you know what? That last little bit about the Champions League football, I guess, but I think they would have waited another 48 hours and then they probably would have known a bit more. I don't think it is necessarily that. I think Wirtz is probably, from what I'm reading, they might be wrong, might not be, but Wirtz has made a decision, and the decision is that he don't want to go to City. Simple as that.
Can I ask you, it's a couple of times now in the last couple of years, like with Rice and potentially Wirtz, where players have potentially, I don't want to say turned City down, because obviously it sounds a little, maybe decided that another club is a better place for them to continue their career, is a better way of placing it. Do you get any concerns? Bellingham as well, I guess.
Yeah, the
obviously-
Bellingham one, I've never really overly thought we were in for Bellingham. Like,
Dodged the bullet.
like we were. I think we were like. They're saying, yeah, we're interested, but we weren't doing the Liverpool thing with Bellingham.
Yeah, but I look at it more like, you know, like you say you go up to a girl in the bar and you start talking to her and she's clearly not that interested.
So you just go
talk-
allow it. Yeah,
you can
be
keep
like, fuck
talking
this.
to her
Yeah,
if you want,
yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
she's clearly giving off indications of disinterest.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of like, you're not going to be like, you know, postmodern Andrew Tate, like, fuck that bitch, I didn't want her anyway. But you're going to slowly go away, continue your evening, maybe chat to somebody else on the opposite side of the bar. You know the drill. So
in hope that she goes, oh, actually gets jealous and then decides she wants to chat to you. I get it. I get it. She played the jealous one.
The light
long
strobes
game.
in the club hit my face at a certain angle and she can see the handsomeness properly. Yeah, I mean, are you starting to get concerned that City is not as attractive as they were? And do you think?
Well, we're not, are we, at the moment? Like, that's the truth. We're not.
Is there anything you're putting it down to? Is it just it's highly competitive to get some of these players?
It makes no sense.
I think, you know what? I think to get Wirtz, if we're looking at Wirtz, getting Wirtz is a difficult one. We all know that Wirtz, like, before any of this saga happened, Wirtz to Bayern was a thing, yeah. But I do think they're probably I've never been City are fucking a massive club. That's not me. I'm not here to say City are a bigger club than Arsenal. I'm not here to say City are a bigger club than anyone. Like, and I do think like Man United, Liverpool will always have pull because of who they are, right? And we are City. So that is a thing. But at the moment, I don't think that's coming to the Wirtz thing. I don't. I think if this was in a week's time, I'd think, and we don't get Champions League football, which we might not, I'd think, yeah, that's a big influence on this. I just think ultimately he wants Bayern. And I think City have just accepted he wants Bayern. Fucking, there's no point. Like, I reckon last week, was it last week he apparently came to Manchester or the week before, had a look round, yeah. That's probably that's the big boy. I believe he had a meeting with Khaldoon as well, right? If you've played your trump card, which is fucking the chairman, Khaldoon, who, by the way, last week had a meeting with Donald Trump, yeah? So that's the type of meetings that Khaldoon has. Now, if you've, and successfully signed the deal with Donald Trump, so he got that one over the line. But if you've played Khaldoon and Khaldoon ain't got it over the line, right?
You'll never sing that, right? You'll never sing that, yeah?
Well, it's one of them. It's one of them ones where you go, yeah, fuck it, we ain't getting him. Which is worrying. It is worrying because I think we need him.
I'm going to say this. Can I go for a span in the works after what your after you land?
Yeah, because I was just going to say, because the quality level differential between these players and the next rung down is quite, to me, I think it's quite big. And the problem is that when you shop at that next level...
Well, if it's Morgan Gibbs-White, yeah, it's fucking huge.
Well, I mean, like, I like Gibbs-White, you know, but then, you know, you got Gibbs-White, you got Cherki, like, obviously, Wirtz
I like chicken, but I prefer lamb and steak.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Cherki's good, but he's not, he's like, but Wirtz is better, but he's not 80 million better. But he is better.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So it's you start getting into all of these.
But the money thing, I think the money thing is an excuse because, like, they've come out and said, "Oh, yeah, that we think the deal's too much." Well, bro, I don't think the deal has changed. Someone said, "Oh, yeah, because his dad's asking for X amount." Like, it hasn't inflated the deal that much. Yeah, City knew what the deal was going to be. Yeah, you know approximately how much wages someone like fucking Wirtz is going to ask for. You know approximately how much Bayer Leverkusen are going to want. Yeah, so this whole talk about City have realised, unless the only thing could be is that maybe City have a target on there, like, and think. But bro, this is the thing: if we go and spend 100 million on fucking Morgan Gibbs-White, right, after walking away from Florian Wirtz, I'm going to be so pissed. And the thing that worries me now even more is if we would have kept in the chase or even pretended we were still in the chase for Wirtz, we could play hardball with Nottingham Forest. But now Nottingham Forest are like, okay, cool. So you're telling us our guy is your main target.
And,
right,
and you got money.
Cool. Yeah. And you got money.
There was that verbal agreement.
Don't know, man. We'll see though.
Well, Wirtz's price come out last night, and last night saying that now Leverkusen are asking for 126 million pounds. It's from the Times.
Pound.
Yeah,
Did I
pounds.
not tell when Monts was saying 85 yesterday? I thought, I don't know what world you're living in, thinking you can
the
get
price.
it
It's
for 85.
like Bayer Leverkusen's actually playing everyone else because apparently as well, Xabi Alonso is telling him to wait one more season. Do you get it? But he's saying that his time's ready to move on, and then it's like Sky Sports Germany reported only recently that he's like Premier League's really attractive for him. But in the same breath, what wages does he want? I don't think nobody actually knows, and I don't think Liverpool are going to fork out more wages than what they pay Salah and Van Dijk. That would be a bit mad.
Well, it's going to be at least 250.
This is why it's quite confusing on a whole, because I don't think Bayern Munich want to pay that either. So it's unrealistic for what he might want. The second one, what if when it comes down to creative players, when he said why Man City not as attractive, maybe they just don't want to play under Pep as well at the same time, because Pep's known to be quite robotic in his way of like the creative spark kind of dies out when you go under Pep. Pep's like, no, we're going to play my way. This is how you win trophies, right? For someone like Wirtz, who's you need more of a free roamer, might look at that and say, no, you know what? I want my freedom.
I agree with that.
And his dad might even be in his ear, because he seems to be in his ear quite a lot. And go that way, maybe.
I agree with you on that. I also think maybe to a certain extent that, he didn't have a meeting with Pep, did he? He had a meeting with Khaldoon. Maybe that is even something like, right, so I haven't got to meet with the manager yet. Things at City definitely feel different at the moment.
Well, you know what? You may be onto something, maybe, and this is obviously we're just playing like theory crafting here. Maybe Wirtz didn't feel like he was actually wanted by Pep because he met with Khaldoon and not with Pep. Do you know what I mean? I imagine a player probably wants to meet with their potential new manager and wants to believe that, do you know what? Everyone wants to feel wanted, innit? So maybe that does play a part. But I'll be real, like we all know that Liverpool ain't paying no goddamn 126 million for nobody, and then on top of that, giving big wages. So yeah, Liverpool fans might as well just rule themselves out of the matter from now. If Wirtz does want to come to the Premier League, like I honestly don't know who.
What do I think?
I don't know who goes. I don't know who goes for him. I don't know who goes for him at that sort of money. Like, obviously, from a wages perspective,
allegedly around 300k he wants. Allegedly.
Yeah, so from a wages perspective, Chelsea aren't paying that. So we can just rule out.
You know what? I don't know what you think as well, Ches. Yeah, because since you included yourself, which is great, by the way. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. To the two German Golden Boys in the German Golden team. Has no one ever thought of that a little bit as well? It's a bit difficult to not put that together.
No. But do you know what? I think I've said this a few seasons ago. If you look at when Bayern were at their best, and if you look at when Germany were at their best, it's when a lot of Germany's players played for Bayern, and a lot of Bayern's players played for Germany. I think, and we also know that Munich and the German kind of equivalent of the FA, they work closely together. I think this is a big deal. This is like getting Bayern Munich back to where Bayern Munich were. I think it's probably important. So I think like when I see people say, oh, we should go in for Musiala, I don't think people should think, oh, well, if Wirtz goes there, then Musiala's going to want to leave in a year's time. I think Bayern are probably trying to get back to how they were with all of German superstars there. So it's what it is. What you say, Monts? You ready to be hurt again?
Always ready to be hurt again, bro. You know what I'm saying? Heart on my sleeve. You know, happy flow day, man. Them hope you man are good.
Happy flow day. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Munich fans?
You talking to Tiandre Flow?
You man aren't completely. I've thought about it. You man aren't completely.
Oh no, I'm out of it, bro. I'm asking you. Do you think you're still in it?
Yeah, I think I'm still there.
Okay. I've tapped out, bro. You can move to her. You can move to her.
Who's that?
Man, you can move to her. No, I was always gonna move to her. Do you know what?
Oh, you fucking snaky prick. Wait, you snake. Oh, listen. Don't keep snakes in your garden because they won't just bite your neighbor.
I'm taking the piss, man.
No.
Happy flow day, man.
Guys, is the Wirtz actually real? Like, is actually real links? I haven't.
The Wirtz.
Oh yeah, you've been away, Ches, isn't it? You've been away.
Yeah, they're real.
Oh, are them fucking linked to him as well now?
No, we're not linked to him.
No, it's Bayern Munich.
I'm hearing news, but
the front runners. Bayern Munich are still the front runners, but we, as I said, bro, we're there. So
because I saw something about 300 million package, but where'd that come from?
No, that's just Man City's way of saying Matt, that's Florian Wirtz's way of saying he doesn't really want to play for Man City. The product doesn't appeal to him at this point in time, you know, because they're looking to go get Morgan Gibbs White for an existential amount of money. So, but no, obviously, Bayern Munich are probably the favorites, but we're definitely still there. So,
did you see that they won 126 million now? Like legit, 126 million.
What,
Do you reckon that's
pounds or euros?
Pounds.
What works?
They want the asking price of basically what they asked for basically Bayern. And
Oh,
Bayern
wait,
are willing.
that's right. That's why we've got
Allegedly,
negotiations, man.
allegedly, by the way, Bayern are willing to give him 500,000 euros per week, which is like how much money? Which is 400, it's like 400 grand.
Is he 500 racks a week?
They probably might look at him as like a 10-year investment.
500 is a bit much, though.
I don't know.
Listen,
I don't believe that.
I don't want to say GA, but what's he been like this season?
You just said it. You can't say GA.
Yeah,
Say
you
no
wouldn't
one
say
say
GA.
GA.
Yeah, I hate that. What's his GA this season? Let me justify the money. That stinks. But has he
Yeah,
been
because the verbal. So basically, what come out 2 days or the verbal agreement with Man City was literally around the 120 million mark. That was what it was, but the whole package is going to cost nearly not there, but double. Because you got to think of like you got to think about so you got to think about image rights, wages, signing on fee, whatever else you're going to give him, and So and apparently he's asking for quite a lot.
Enzo to Madrid, that was always going to happen, bro.
Enzo to Madrid.
Eventually, that will happen. So I'm accepting it.
Yeah, I don't think he's worth all of that personally.
Yeah,
we saw Kai Havertz do the same kind of thing in that exact same team once upon a time in a very similar system. I'm not saying he's going to be that. He's definitely different kind of players, but you know, like I don't think 120 million is worth the. If you're going to spend 125 million, if you're going to spend 125 million, yeah, let's say Liverpool, you might as well put that money up for Isak and test their resolve.
I guess that could be the thing that City have done maybe a little bit. Would be because throughout the whole Wirtz thing, like we have to remember, it has not been City are making Wirtz their only target. They only want Wirtz. Now, me personally, I only wanted Wirtz, but it's repeatedly come out City are looking at other targets. Maybe they have, like speaking to Milan as an example and knowing, all right, it's cool. So we can get Reinders for about 55 million.
Yeah.
Is it really, and this is the wage he wants, is it really worth going and getting Wirtz for that much? Like it is, and Hooks, you might have a point that the whole look, we haven't just won the fucking treble, yeah. The season we won the treble, I think we earned something like 700 million. We haven't just earned that money. We're not in the Champions League, so all of a sudden, looking at fucking
you're gonna make Champions League, man.
Bro, I'm really not sure. I'm not just saying this. I'm really no, bro.
No, he's been legit.
I'm genuinely not.
I know he's been legit.
Wait, hold on.
He's doing a chase.
Bro. Why would after this season? Why would I presume that we can get?
You're doing a chess. I'm pessimistic.
Oh, now you're
doing a chess.
Yes,
he's using himself like the people's champion, the Rock.
This guy goes into other chats. Yeah, by the way, he goes into other chats saying, "Oh, we're not going to win today. We're probably going to lose or something," and then forward it to the group chat to make everyone say, "Oh, I told you so." So, but in the same breath, would also try to take credit if a team's win because I'm in a win-win situation. He thinks he's smart, but it's not smart because no one believes you.
I never said it's smart.
Generally, I don't know about Bournemouth. Bournemouth at home. Not
tricky game.
Fulham away. And as for Fulham away, a very tricky game. So I can't guarantee that.
Dabs, you know what doesn't help? Brighton beat Liverpool yesterday, which puts them in the. I think as Chelsea don't make UCL, it drops down if we win the Conference League. That's why.
But I don't know what happens if you finish sixth.
If we finish sixth and win the Conference League, it drops down to 8th place.
Okay.
That's why they're fighting because they're hoping we don't make it and they get some form of like Europe.
Well, I mean, I think to be fair on this Chelsea thing, I feel it's a lot of. I think Chelsea might bottle it on Sunday. I genuinely
the cheek of that, the cheek of the word.
Because going into this game, I can see a scenario where both teams need to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, it's a shootout.
Wait, hold on. You just said I can see a scenario where both teams need to win. Yeah, of course they need to win.
Yeah, of course.
How can you see it when it's? How can you see it?
Hold on. I don't know. Listen,
Yeah, he's observing something crazy. It's a bit obvious.
because up until shortly ago, I
Go
thought
on, go ahead.
Chelsea just needed to draw.
We
Do you know
can
what I mean?
draw. We discussed this the other day.
Yeah, you can draw, but you need results to go your way as well.
Hey, no,
Do you know what I mean?
we only need one of 3 scenarios to go away. City don't win both their games, Villa drop points, or if Newcastle was to lose.
Hold on, no, because my thing is, if City win one of their games, and Villa win their game, Chelsea have to win to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, but then you're saying if, like I could say, if Villa don't win.
Well, not really. I'm saying I'm obviously saying Villa are more like Villa versus United. I'm going to say Villa. Newcastle at home to Everton. I'm going to say Newcastle. So I'm saying,
Jay, the only problem with this logic is if that was the case, then top 4 would have been wrapped up like 4 weeks.
It's not really. It's basically saying
yes, who would have predicted? Hold on, Jay. Hold on. Who would have predicted Forest?
There's one game left.
Forest, yeah.
Bro,
Jay, this is what I'm saying. This. There's a reason why I've just said that. Who would have predicted Forest not win at home for like 3 weeks?
But there's one game left, so we can obviously gauge the difficulty level of each game. Obviously, Everton at home.
You would have expected Forest to beat Leicester, though, no?
I would have expected Forest to beat Leicester.
That's my point. So we can't just go, oh yeah, Villa's definitely going to beat United. I don't think that's going to be that foregone conclusion.
No, but what I'm trying to say to you, Ches, is we've got one game left now, yeah? And I'm saying, obviously, to me, Forest away is a hard game still. Even because, especially in the context where if you look at Forest games where they haven't won, it's teams that have been expecting Forest to dominate. Forest, here's the ball. You let Forest go back to their natural habitat where they can play on the counter, or
Chelsea.
The game becomes more difficult. Yeah, so if
Chelsea's their perfect opponent. Chelsea's actually their perfect opponent.
That's what I'm trying to say. Chelsea's a good team for them to play in this context of this
game.
You're
like they don't need to win the game. They need to win more than us.
You both need to win.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it. Kaz, let me explain it to you one more time. If Forest don't win, there is 0 chance they make it. Literally 0.
Yeah, but it could also be if you don't win, there could also be a chance you don't make it.
Jay, let me make it clear. If
you need to win more. We
can draw and be like, yo, let's just hope something goes our way.
Oh,
but they don't. They can't do anything barring win.
No, you actually, there's more pressure on you in this game. Do you realize that?
Hooks. How can
You're Chelsea.
You've asked me a question.
You're Chelsea. They are Nottingham Forest.
I don't think you're gauging what he's trying to say, though.
Like, you actually need
to... Because I'm making it very clear.
No, because
you're not getting what I'm saying.
No.
You need to win more than what Nottingham Forest need to win. Nottingham Forest, if they don't win, cool, whatever. We tried to go for the hype. And we end up in the Conference League. Cool, is what it is. We'll just win the Conference League and then keep it stepping. Yeah. Now, you, man.
I don't know
obviously, Chelsea's need of trying to make the Champions League is greater than Forest's.
100%.
If you man don't think we're going to make it, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to argue with you.
What?
Whatever.
You just moved goalposts on that whole conversation there.
Yeah. Basically,
no, that's the point. I'm trying to make is I know what Hooks is saying. I understand it's quite simple, but I'm just saying. We don't actually have to win. They have to win. So when everyone's going to me, pause, Jay, one sec. When everyone's going to me, Ches, you do realize like you have to win. If Forest gets a draw, they don't make it. If Chelsea get a draw, we can still make it by 3 scenarios. By 3. Not 1, not 2, 3. Man. That's what I'm saying to you. So when people are telling me, oh yeah, but like they do the perfect game plan, I'm thinking, but they have to attack us. If we sit back and get the draw, that doesn't benefit them.
But you could draw and not make Champions League. But you could draw and not make. It's in your hands. So if it's in your hands,
it's in our hands, so we have control of the game.
No, but Ches, if it's in your hands, you need to win. Do you not understand that? You need to remove the scenario where if you don't win, you don't make it.
So how we think we make it, I don't really care.
He's not comprehending this very simple point.
It's like Ches. I'm basically
we're going around in circles.
It's not hard to understand.
I don't understand what he's
we're going around in circles. Kafka says Creative Maverick should avoid City, aka basically Grealish.
It's valid.
In a way. Also, there's nearly 1,200 in the building, yeah, and Mons. There's only 230 likes.
What?
There's nearly 1,000 people who are on TVs. Devices of all kinds. even just their phones, and they don't want to exit the live chat, so
They
they
must.
can hit
They
the
must
button.
not like Florian Wirtz. That's all mad. I just think that's all mad.
Yeah,
That's
I think
just
it's
crazy. We
Yeah,
should. I
Monks,
think we should be
you're
on at least.
you're lining yourself up to get hurt here, innit? Fully lining yourself up.
You reckon?
Mm,
You reckon?
yeah, maybe,
well.
but
Oh, well.
Only from what I've been told this morning by Cass that overnight it's come out that pretty much done to Bayern.
I didn't. What?
Well, someone on this
Did
panel
you really
before
think
Monks
he was going to
said
go to Liverpool, though? Really?
I
Did
don't know.
anybody here really think that was going to happen?
Oh, I trust Monks, innit?
No, obviously,
Well,
outside of your like,
Mhm.
I'm happy to be hurt again gimmick. Yeah, like, do you actually
That's
believe
what I'm saying. Like,
that Wirtz will actually go to Liverpool?
why would he go
Like,
to Liverpool?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah.
mean from an attractiveness standpoint, because
I
obviously
do.
You're talking about from a
Why would he go
He-
Liverpool?
financial. You're talking about from a
he's saying a
financial
different thing.
standpoint.
I'm saying from a finance, because you don't just need. I mean, you need bare things in your.
Yeah, no,
like,
I said
you need
the
to
Hooks-
upgrade in bare different
Hooks,
places.
my
I mean,
Hooks. He's not even my first choice. My first choice is Cherki because I feel like that allows us to spend in other areas.
there
It's
you
just
go.
a better deal. It's a better deal.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, if we're there until we're not there. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
That's it. You know, City withdrew. We haven't withdrawn yet. I believe there's no smoke without fire. I think Bayern are obviously the more favorite to land him than us, but we're there until we're not there. You know what I'm saying? The man has to be there. Wow, she got a, you know what I'm saying? She got a man in that, not condoning no cheating and that. I know my right, I ain't gonna say shit.
Fucking
If he still has
snake.
an eye on Liverpool, even though Bayern think the deal's done, I ain't gonna say shit. I know my role.
Would you sign him at the expense of not signing a striker?
I don't think it will come at that expense because
No,
there's
but would
still
you-
a world where we
well,
can
I mean,
spend
you're
that money
talking-
and still go and get a striker, especially if we sell Darwin Núñez up front for 70 million to Saudi, then that 120 million suddenly doesn't look like a lot.
I hear it, but then when we think about things like, for
Because
example,
that will be because you know
Alright,
it's-
say you sell out.
that works will be paid in. That will be paid in.
That's correct.
That will be paid in. What's the word? Installments, and Núñez is up front if he goes to Saudi. We're actually making money.
I hear it, but in the hypothetical scenario, would you? Because the deal we're talking about for Wirtz is it's a mega money deal.
Yeah, it's
Like-
a mad thing. It's a mad thing.
Like side transfer fee, wages, like add-ons, sign-on fee, all of that. Like we could touch like 180, 200 million in it. Like when all is said and done. Yeah.
No, Bo, more than that. Bo,
Yeah,
you look
I'm
at
being
wages,
fair.
you're being. This is what
I'm
City
being
came out
fair.
yesterday. 300 M's.
Okay, cool. Let's just say, okay, I'm being fair. I'm just saying 200 M's in it to make it a bit more realistic, in it. Like, would you take that deal for Wirtz if it meant that, okay, maybe you go and sign a striker, but not a striker of the caliber that you need, i.e., an Isak?
No, don't get me wrong. As I said, I'd rather get like an Isak and a Cherki. That make more sense. But you could also see a world where Liverpool go and get Florian Wirtz and like an Ekatike.
Or Ekatike himself, they're Frankfurt saying 100
ATMs
M's.
apparently.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no one's
But
paying.
did you not hear what Monsters basically just said with the whole Núñez thing?
Yeah, no,
And people forget about Diogo Jota as well.
Well,
Ekatike won't be a problem.
what if it ends
No,
up
I
being
feel
someone
like
like
it depends how much they genuinely price him
We're in
out. obviously.
clunky. Isn't it,
it'll be funny if it's on Concrete.
well,
but I
I'm
can't lie.
not the latest one to be linked to now, am I? I'm not the latest one. am I?
No, because
Yes,
I
you
remember,
are. Yes, you are.
Nah,
That
keep-
ain't gonna be enough there. I'm going to cook you every single stream.
bro. Like I was gonna
Every
say, because
single stream.
Karma's got a funny way of turning around. I remember when
Actually,
I
wait,
called,
hold on. No, they're not. It's also the latest.
That's what I
No,
said.
They're both in the hat.
No, but the thing is, I don't have a problem with Nkunku, so it's not
Yeah,
a slight
I mean,
on me.
You should.
Mont has a problem.
No,
with Nkunku.
Ches apparently doesn't has a problem with him now because if you speak about Nkunku to Ches, you don't really have too much of a bad word to say about
I'll get my
him.
money back from you. What's the problem?
Huh?
I'll get my money back. What's the issue?
No, but don't you rate Nkunku, no?
I rate the money. That's what I rate. I don't rate him. You might must
What a Chelsea! What an answer! What an
Chelsea
answer!
fan, isn't it? Yeah, he's a Chelsea fan. You can tell he's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, he rates them.
I rate the money.
Here comes the money.
Yeah,
Give me the money, man. Give me 50
I hear it though. I hear it though.
I can stop watching
Look
football.
at Havertz was.
I hear it. Hella VBS. I like, bro. Hella bottles, no bitches. I hear it, but you know what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
hear it,
man. Stop watching
I hear
football.
it,
Go
I hear
watch
it.
competitive Monopoly, man. All you man care about is buying and selling, bro.
I don't know why this guy is speaking below me like he's got anything to play for. But anyway, Mons, you.
Remember that comment.
Oh my God.
Greedy.
Remember
I don't
that.
know why Hooks is piping up. He always does this.
Remember that.
Ask me his opinion.
Wait. When do you play betters?
Is your name Martin Tyler? Is your name Martin Tyler?
When do you play
That's
betters?
nasty.
When do you play betters?
That's nasty.
Get to a final, man, and chat to me.
When do you play betters?
I wouldn't have that personally.
That's
When do you play
nasty.
betters?
That was nasty, that man. That was nasty, man.
Yeah, when do you
No,
play
but
betters?
Hooks always-
What,
he
Wednesday,
pipes about
Thursday?
Chelsea. He doesn't offer anything to the table.
When do you play betters? Answer the question,
Huh?
bro. Let me know
Hooks,
when you play
know
betters.
my game is because you be talking about the
No,
whole
I don't
thing.
know. I don't know when your game is, bro. It's so insignificant, bro. It's so insignificant that I
That's
don't
why
know.
you keep talking about it.
I'd rather watch academy football. But when
It's so
do you play betters?
insignificant. You keep mentioning it on the stream. You mentioned it for the first time.
Do you play Betis?
Is it Thursday?
Thursday.
It's not. I think it's next Wednesday.
Or next
Week
Wednesday.
on Wednesday.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
week on
Hooks
Wednesday.
knows this. Yeah, he knows this. Yeah.
Oh, you know, that's all right for us then.
To be
But
fair,
anyway,
though, to be fair though, it does show that they don't give a crap about it. Because why would you put it after the Champions League final?
Wait,
Is
when's
it
the
after?
Champions
No, it's
League?
not. No, Champions League finals at the 31st of May.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
after that.
No, it's before that. You said next week Wednesday. That would be 20. That would be the 28th. But
Yeah,
a few days
yeah.
before.
I thought it's Champions League. It's not this weekend.
Champions League
Champions League.
finals.
No. It's 31st.
Oh, okay,
31st.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So why is it not first?
No,
you know,
idea.
the appetite
You
for people.
would think so, innit? Conference
Yeah,
League,
yeah.
Europa League, and
Yeah.
then
I think they knew Chelsea was going to make it to the final, so that it has
okay.
heritage in it. So they put
Could be
put it in
Kudu.
the-
Allow it.
Why are people listen?
Why is
First
Laps
and
laughing
foremost-
like he's not lost back-to-back finals?
Hey, listen, calm. Why
Come on,
are
man.
Chelsea
My wife
fans
is
are
out. I'm not having-
To be
I'm
fair,
not having
you lost
that.
to be fair, you lost the last 5 to 6 finals, though.
Hold on, Ches. This is how I.
You lost the Palace.
Hold
You lost
on,
the Palace.
Ches. This is how I know you're not
Do not
cool.
say
I
it,
was
take my
laughing.
camera.
I was actually
You lost
laughing.
to Palace. Don't
Oh,
talk to
God.
me about finals. Please.
You lost 6
All
finals,
right,
though,
Clarence.
What did Terry say? Why would he go Liverpool? Because we're the biggest in England for a start. No, you're not. You're the most successful. And secondly, because we're boss.
No,
that's
you
why.
said that because we're boss. That's why.
Oh, should we do it now?
Should
Where's
have put
Monty?
la at the end and sound a bit more scouse. Anyway, please wipe your camera.
Who's?
No, the Liverpool fan that just commented that.
Oh, Terry. We got Terry. Man. We got Terry Tiz, man. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, good.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Can we get to 400 likes, people? Big up to everyone that's in the building. We appreciate everyone. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do as well. This could be your chance, so you don't forget when the next live is. Also, everyone's got channels here, as you can see. We've got halftime Hooks in the building. Ches has got a live in the next couple hours. Everyone's got channels, and Jay's gonna have a channel very soon. And actually, to be fair, on that right hand side, one sec, on the right hand side, there will be a new graphic that goes up, which will switch, and we'll have everyone that comes onto Never a Foul. You see all their channels, all of that stuff. So it's always there, so people can actually have a regulation.
Beautiful.
So no one's got excuses. But bar that, regardless, Kerkez. Brother, you trying to give me epilepsy or something? But yeah, Kerkez, Man City from MSI Douglas. He's not. Trust me, he's not a rubbish source. He's actually quite good. He actually reports got a lot of Man City and Liverpool news at that. But he said, obviously, before, if you didn't know, he was one of Man City's targets. People might say, cool. Vardy, what about him? He's been playing centre back for like the last 10 to 12 games. He's going to be their main centre back going into next season. Kerkez is a fight, and he's been wanted by not just Real Madrid, but by Man City for a while. They need 2 new fullbacks as well. Might be the one to suit them. So Liverpool are not going to have a tidy race as they think they do. But does anyone think he'd choose Man City over Liverpool?
No,
at the moment,
I don't think he would. I don't think. Like, do you know what it is? Yeah, to me, like Liverpool it just seems like the way they play is he's just destined to be their new left back. It just fits so perfectly. I can't quite see the same with Manchester City, man. Like, I don't know, to be honest. I personally think that if I was him, I would choose Liverpool over Manchester City. Manchester City are gonna go through I don't know if I want to call it a rebuild because I don't think it's that drastic, but let's call it a refurbishment. They're going through a refurbishment, and I just think the more secure kind of platform for him to build his career at the moment is Liverpool. So yeah, but that's my two cents on it, to be fair.
Yeah. What you saying about it, Ches, man? You're lucky you got Kukurea, man.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I was having a debate the other day. Kerkez is a really good left back, man. Young as well. He could defend and attack. That's the good thing about him as a fullback. He's a proper traditional fullback. Who benefit him more? I probably say Liverpool style of play will probably offer him a bit more, because we know for a fact that on the right-hand side, it's going to be a bit more offensive with Frimpong and Salah. So on the left-hand side, you need someone who could do a bit of both. Man City still.
But you think of Man City though, the way they operate the left back at the moment, they do get into them areas, you know. So he might
Guardiola obviously, but Guardiola's more of a centre back though.
Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah, but remember they got Nico O'Reilly. But if you look at the way they both kind of played in the last 12 months,
but I feel like Kerkez benefits from the width and running up and down rather than inverting and going up front. So
I think so as well.
Liverpool would be a good option. Obviously, the defense is solid. Like Alisson, Konate is there, BVD. Obviously, Frimpong is new. We still got Bradley there as well. So
Szoboszlai, bro. Szoboszlai as well.
Yeah, I feel like Kerkez, Liverpool is a bit more balanced. I wouldn't say better. I say balanced.
I think everything points towards Liverpool with Kerkez for me. I don't think it matters who even jumps into this race. That's just my personal opinion, obviously.
Oh, you feel? Yeah, I feel like you choose Liverpool either way.
Yeah, but the way I think of it is overlaps all the time. You see Robertson doing it quite a lot. I think he's quite similar to Robertson. I think having I know like Szoboszlai might not even be his boy. We're just saying it because they're both Hungarian, but you'd like to think there's some sort of connection. Richard Hughes as well. You know, he's the one that got the guy. Do you know what I mean? There's an easy connection with Bournemouth. Liverpool's had a good connection with Bournemouth for a long time. I reckon he's more set on Liverpool. I think they've been chasing him a lot longer. And then it's like, Daps has obviously gone on to do another show at the moment. But even he said even before, like Man City's direction, you know, they're trying to even switch over director of football from Tiki to Hugo Viana and whatnot. So it's kind of confusing. Are a lot of these targets late, or have they had them beforehand? There's a lot of questions. I think Liverpool, it makes sense. I know. Did you know Saudi are trying to get what's his name? I posted in the chat earlier. They're trying to throw him the bag.
Edwards.
Michael Edwards.
I swear.
Apparently, someone told me it's old news though.
It's not old news.
Apparently, he's already rejected it, but we'll see.
I
can't. I doubt he will leave like that though.
I can't see him leaving. I know
this is the start of a new era for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the project.
It's the mark of his CV because he's got a good record of like producing new products, new philosophies, starting to get new management and that. I doubt he'll leave now. Maybe in 2-3 years' time when it's established, maybe. But he's just starting off in it. He's starting to get the rebuild. Don't forget, they need to replace Salah and VVD as well in the next 2 years. That's going to be a tough ask as well. So I doubt he'll leave now.
Depends how they adopt, though. I think,
and they promoted him as well. He's CEO.
Frimpong's even just about to have his medical completed, pretty much completed. He's going to get
the CEO. He ain't leaving. He got promoted. He got a promo.
See, the thing is, I feel like Liverpool, you're not going to see remotely the same kind of Liverpool we saw last year. I think Slot's actually so tactically well astute into what he does. What we saw last year, I don't think is going to happen next year, especially with Frimpong Kerkez coming in the door as well. I think that changes a lot. I think you're going to see them go higher up the pitch, so Salah can get further into the goal. And you talk about Salah. But why I think it's going to change over the way he's going to play is because, you're going to utilize Salah to his best of abilities, which is goal scoring. But there's a succession plan as well. At the same time, where can other goals come from? Would you say that?
This is the only thing I would say. I'm not going to overly do the slot thing yet because the same way.
He's good, man.
I think he's good, by the way, because you don't win a league if you're not a good manager. You don't win top trophies, not a good manager. but I don't think we should overly do it because the same way, you know, the rhetoric people gave with Poch end of last season, then my man comes in, does well for the first 6 months. I think with better quality, you could do that for a season. So I'm not saying he's not a good manager or a great manager, but I feel like we'll have to see what he's made of this season because Salah, I don't see him replicating the same numbers.
We say this every year, though.
No, but I honestly can't see it. Like, I mean,
no, but honestly, but we say this every year.
Guys,
Like,
don't
the
lie,
closer he gets to goal, the more he's going to score, man.
numbers, you'd be shocked. You wouldn't be like, if you replicate, what's GAC on that? Like 45 or something?
Yeah,
like
yeah, but come on, man. Like,
I don't know, man.
They're gonna. I'm telling you now, the whole thing with Frimpong and Bradley. Bradley's an ex-winger as well. I feel like we're gonna find Salah just being close to the goal. Might even find him up front sometimes, bro. We say this every single year about this man. The guy's ripped to pieces. He's like Ronaldo. The way
I wouldn't be like, oh wow, he's hit 40 GA. But what I'm saying is they won't be able
he's
to.
Still rapid. He's still rapid. He's at some point he will
fall off. I'm not gonna say he's gonna fall off, but I'm just saying I don't see him hitting carry job thing. Like carry job people say.
But you know what it is? It's not just him. It's like they're looking at strikers, they're looking at attacking mids. I actually think they end up with Xavi Simons. I think that's going to be their go-to guy in the end.
Anything like Xavi Simons, Cherki would be a good signing for them, by the way.
Don't you dare. Because at the moment, well, it's just got. It's not like it's unknown news, but it came up today again that Man United have entered the race. So before was this interest, and like there's always been a race for him, like who's head of the race. But apparently now that Cherki's officially said that he's leaving and Lyon's confirmed it, you know, United didn't get put into the hat. And there's obviously a lot of talk around him choosing the Premier League. Where do you not think he ends up going? Because Liverpool are certainly interested, but they're chasing Wirtz at the moment.
I'm just going to say, if you, man, don't get Champions League football, he ain't going to you, man. So, yeah, that's the only thing. Where he does go to, I don't think there's anyone more ahead of anyone. Like, all due respect, like jumping from Lyon to Arsenal or Lyon to Man City or Lyon to Liverpool or Lyon to Manchester United or whatever, Lyon to Newcastle, even Lyon to Newcastle, like any of the English teams that are going into the Champions League, it's going to be a jump. Like he'll probably have a bigger platform to show his qualities being at a Premier League team. It's the most televised league in the world. His profile will naturally boost whatever Premier League team he goes to. Like I can't think of a preference. Maybe you would argue Liverpool because they just won the league, but outside of that, where he's coming from, it's all kind of the same shit. You know what I mean? So, however, if you do get Champions League football, I would say Manchester United are probably favourites to a degree because, like, you can never argue with Manchester United's appeal because of their brand. Like, the brand of Manchester United is mental globally. So yeah, maybe Liverpool, maybe United. It all really depends. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see Chelsea if they make Champions League, throw in like a cheeky like we say in Cherki. So I don't know, man. It's like
Cherki could be an option for Chelsea if we get Champions League. I think.
Yeah. Even if you get Europa League, like I think
he would definitely step up to whatever level. But I don't know, man. People saying he's lightweight. I hear it. He is lightweight, but at the same time, he offers something a bit different to other players. He's a bit of a unicorn in that regard. He's very technical. And even though he's a bit slight, it's not like he can't work on that in the Premier League, innit? So I think people saying he's lazy and too small, I think you're just reaching a bit there. We have to see it first. Because Bruno Fernandes, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't the most physical player, is he? He's not quick, he's not strong, but he still produces. And if you've got someone like Bruno Fernandes who's technically sound and can run with the ball, why can't they put up similar numbers? Not to the same degree as Bruno, but be efficient for their team. So for me, I think it's a bit lazy. Simons is very small. So we just see how Simons plays. I think Simons is like 5'6" or 5'5", so he's quite small. So for Simons, he's got a bit of a roughness about him as well. He's a bit more physical. But yeah, man. The lightweight thing is a bit of a stretch. I like people just put that out there for no reason.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit lazy.
You know what? Bro, if I end up having look, I think Cherki's in the Premier League anyways is out of me and Liverpool, innit? I'll be real. I think it's only us lot. I don't think there's nobody else that's going to be in for him. But on the other side, I think Dortmund's going to want him, which might be good. Might be a good stepping stone. But I think maybe he's a little bit better than Dortmund. Maybe he doesn't need that stepping stone. I certainly don't think so. I don't think Mons thinks
He's
so.
5'9", 5'10". Why do you look
Who's
shorter
that?
than that?
Who's Xavi Simons?
I thought Simmons was shorter than that.
Is that 5'8", no?
Yeah, about
I
5'8",
thought he was 5'8", 5'7".
I might be wrong. I don't know.
I'll say once, but whilst you're chasing Wirtz, we're chasing. It come out today that we're in for
Taller than Wirtz.
No, you're getting Cunha, so you're not getting no Wirtz, in my opinion.
What are you talking about?
100%.
No, not Wirtz. I said Cherki. We want a right
Sorry,
side.
sorry,
Cherki.
By the way, we want a right side of 10. That's already confirmed by every tier 1. We already want that. We're about to get earned.
5'6".
By the way, we're just about to earn 16 to 20 million from Alvaro Fernandez going to Real Madrid. So that's that money there sorted. That's done.
Kaz, you don't have money, by the way.
We do have money. Don't be
You
fooled.
definitely don't.
But like I said, we're just about to make 16 to 20 million of Alvaro Fernandez.
You don't have money. I don't know where you're getting all these signs from.
Respectfully, I'm getting Champions League football regardless, yeah. And respectfully,
even with that money,
respectfully. Hold on. If you're gonna talk, at least come with the facts.
That'd be stick talk, you know.
I'll
let you finish. Kaz, but we're gonna circle back.
Question very direct.
Wait,
if you make champs, how much do you expect to spend? In your opinion, in the summer we'll come back to it.
I think the budget goes up to about 150 from the 100 that we've got at the moment. Yeah, that's what I reckon it is. But then it's going to obviously be sales, which is needed, and I would agree with it anyways because you need to make sales because the squad's quite big. To be fair,
how much do you think we'll spend?
I don't know yet. I don't know. It depends who goes as well. I think two.
I don't think you'll get that. I think
so Cunha and the laps, regardless of Champions League or not, by the way. So don't worry about that money. I just told you Alvaro Fernandez is about to go Real Madrid and I'm going to receive 16 to 20 million from percentage sale, which how much is Cherki? Someone remind me. And it came out yesterday.
I think.
Thank you. And it came out yesterday. If Man United make sales, then they'll look for the right side of 10. It just come out today again that we just entered the Cherki race. I don't know what other clubs want him. I think Tottenham want him as well.
Wait, why do you need the right side of 10? You got Ahmad, no?
No, but he's going to be looked at as a wing back probably, or someone that can play there as well. It's not just Ahmad, it's not just that, it's an overall thing.
Hey, Jay, you know you can hold all of this, Jay, just by beating them.
Yeah, do you know what, Jay? You actually can.
You can stop all of this.
This is what I'm saying. I get Cunha and I get Cherki. You lot are thinking, oh shit.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. A lot more than Cunha.
That's why you lot saying, if you got an Arsenal fan, talking for Tottenham. It's crazy.
Guys, don't listen. Let me talk directly to Kat. Listen, we all know Cunha is a good player. He's a good player. Yeah.
Stop calling him that, man.
Yeah, you gotta stop pronouncing his name.
What did he say? I didn't hear him. What did he say?
Cunha?
I can't. Oh my
God! I didn't say Cunha. I said Cunha. Oh, Cunha. Okay, I got it. Listen, guys, you seem to be overlooking.
That is a bit bad,
I just realized what he's saying. I was like, okay, cool. Oh shit. Okay. I don't want to get the show cancelled.
You good, bro.
Sinners, man. We're sinners.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't realize. Okay, so listen. All I'm trying to say, yeah, Kaz, you seem to be overlooking, yeah. You seem to be overlooking that this is the year of the birds. Yeah, it's the year. It's the year of the birds. Magpies League Cup, Eagles FA Cup, Liver Birds Premier League. Listen, you can't mess with fate. You can't, and then the chicken ball FC to bring it home.
Wait, hold on. Can the chicken even fly?
Yeah, out of all of them birds, it's the only
relevance, Your Honor.
Oh, they can barely lift off the ground, G.
Relevance. Nobody cares.
What kind of birds?
Semantics.
Kentucky Fried
Absolutely,
chicken.
bro. Like I'm just trying to say to you.
It's nice. Go on.
You don't need this. Yeah, you don't need this. Yeah,
no. They need this. No.
You don't need this. We need this. Yeah. Look, you're out here buying Cunha without any champions. You don't need this. You'll be fine without this. We on the
Brother,
other hand,
that northern thing, yeah, is just embedded into you now, isn't it? Like, there's no like self-awareness of what you're calling people these days.
bro. Listen, I'm not always looking.
They probably
for a
what? They still say coloured up in the north. Did you know that?
I don't know. I'm not looking for a deeper meaning. I think if you gave scientists £1 million, they could convince you that pigeons were racist. I think if you look hard enough at anything, you'll be able to find a negative point. So I'm a positive guy looking forward to, my club ideally bringing home its 3rd Europa League tomorrow.
That's right. You've won in 71 and 86.
Yeah, listen, I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just saying, like, you don't want none of this, really, Kaz.
I do, yeah. And I'll tell you why. Do you like Ridwan was basically saying that the Tottenham bird, you're getting cooked. Can you cook an eagle? Do you eat eagles? No, not really. What's that one? Magpies. You don't eat magpies unless you're doing something from KFP back on the old show, but with what's it called, Bashy and that. What's the other one? What's the other bird that won?
Liver birds.
Yeah, you don't eat those either. Chickens.
What? Yeah.
Chickens get cooked and eaten, my bro. And the difference is, yeah, whatever you say, yeah, you're still Spurs,
right?
No matter what. That's it. That's all I have to say. And also, all I've got to say is Xerxes in the squad, Yoro in the squad, training as well, by the way. Delo in the squad.
Shiver my timbers.
You have to go and play with 3 defensive mids, and one of them is not Papa Sarr either. Crazy.
I saw Madison on getting on the coach. They all
get on the plane.
Yeah, but we're hearing Bergval's fit.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
That's what Spurs.
Famous last words. Oh,
who gives a fuck?
Famous last word.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey, imagine Richarlison scores as a pigeon dance. Imagine
that's
scores
crazy.
as a pigeon dance. I love it.
Famous last words.
Listen, Kaz, you're gonna have to do something you ain't done since 2022 tomorrow.
You're gonna have to do something since you ain't done since the 80s, let alone 2008, which is called winning a trophy.
Yeah, but bro, listen, the last 3 times we played teams, we played teams that are better than us. You're not better than us. Yeah.
As the table stands,
Man City.
As the table stands, we are better than you. In Europe, undefeated, we are better than you. Yeah. Last time someone said, "Are we beating you?" and we're gonna do you in the final, we beat them too. It's just, brother. It's just levels to this.
Bro, you're just talking.
You don't even have your first team squad.
Bro, do you think we need our first team squad?
Yes,
I don't think. Not really. Who's
creating for your wingers?
Listen, bro, like you act like you're defensive.
Who's creating for your wingers?
Bro, listen,
who's cooking?
Bro, listen,
I asked the question before you move on. Who's creating for your wingers?
Bro, we can score goals. Like,
I didn't ask that. Last time you went to 3D, last time you deployed 3 defensive mids, by the way, and you got slaughtered, by the way, yeah.
Last time we deployed three defensive mids was against Man United, and we drew with you 2-2 away from home.
When was that? So what?
That's what? January 24.
What? Last year?
Was it? Did we not draw with you 2-2 away last year?
Answer my question. Who's creating for your wingers?
Oh God.
Basuma.
Bro, listen. I personally think Son versus is Mazraoui on the right side?
Maybe, probably. I'm not. Probably.
Like every time Mazraoui plays us, he gets cooked. Every time he plays.
You know what? To be fair, but guess who cooked him? Let me know who cooked him. Let me know who cooked him. And guess what? It's a funny old name as well. First name is Timo. That's who cooked him.
Timo Werner. He cooked him.
Timo Werner cooked him. Yeah. He ain't playing.
Yeah.
So who cares what Son's gonna do? I'm just gonna say this shit. There's an easy way. There's an easy way to beat Spurs, and I've clocked it. And I've clocked it. To be fair, now he's got a new contract.
Excuse me.
Did you not know that? Yeah, he's got a new contract, bro.
Wait, you re-signed that Kerkez?
Right, you know what? Yeah, like obviously everyone's getting a bit too brazy. Like,
no James Madison, no Papa Sarr. You hearing this? Are you hearing this, Hooks? No Papasar, no Kulusevski, yeah, no what's it called, James Maddison. Brother,
No way. You
maybe I think Bergvall will get into the squad. I don't think he will start, but regardless, what are you playing over there? Oh yeah, no Archie Flamboyant apparently as well. I think he might still be out, but I don't care about that.
But you do realize all of this you're saying on paper, it's all well and good, but you're setting yourself up for the maddest fall.
Not
because
really.
If Tottenham beat you without all these players,
you're doing ifs again, so
it's mad. Yeah, but you can only do ifs before.
Yeah, but okay. Spurs have to come away. Let's do have to. They have to come away from the Spurs ground. They have to come away from the Spurs ground. You can't just hide there all the time, basically, and hide behind whatever you've got going on over there.
It's a final, all 4 man, everything else. It doesn't.
It's mad that you're even twerking for Spurs in the first.
I'm not twerking for them. I'm just saying.
You said it earlier. You want them to beat us, so it's kind of mad that you want the rivals to win.
I never said that.
Game. Imagine, you know that famous line. Imagine relying on Spurs.
Those words.
Imagine relying on Spurs. Do you know that famous line? They don't ever rely.
Hey, Cass, you got a moral responsibility to not lie on people's names, being the big profile that you are on the internet. Yeah,
I'm not a big profile.
So all these people in the chat are now all these people on the chat are gonna go to other streams and say, "Oh, Hooks wants Tottenham to win because Cass said so. Wherever I go, it's gonna follow." You got a moral.
You said it yourself.
Never left my mouth.
You said it, by the way, earlier, Ches, with you, by the way, earlier, you said, he said, Jay, you can't let these men win.
Yeah.
I
believe that Spurs are going to bring this trophy home. I believe.
But Jay, it's not even that. For Kaz, not even that. It's like, don't let it be you, Kaz.
Listen, insecurity. If
it's you, like, it's one of those things where Spurs beat you in the context of your season being 17th, 16th, whatever it is, being so dross, you needing the money, you're on your knees, you're being a cat fiend on the street to lose the Spurs.
Bro, listen,
you can't ever live that. On streams, you'll never be like, all we have to say to you is Spurs, and you can't say nothing.
Wait, I'm not afraid of these, man. There's always a blueprint to beat Spurs. It's funny how we got sus, yeah. All you got to do, is literally sit on their DMs, because they're going to deploy the 2. Let their centre-backs have the ball. Like, they, you know, when it comes to giving away the ball, they're like 3rd or 2nd in the whole table. Not United. It's man, though. And they got 9 creators now. It's crazy.
Right, Kaz, I'm gonna say to you, insecurity is loud and it's screaming right now. Yeah,
you are
I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Bring me this game.
I've been doing it for 3 years.
I can't wait for tomorrow, man. I can't wait.
It needs to be today, fam.
Kaz, do you remember at the beginning of the season when you asked me about Tottenham and the Europa League, and I told you we'd be in the final? I told you at the beginning of the season.
You also told me you also told me that you was sitting in above months in the.
But this is my point. You want to deflect onto that, but let's focus on what I said we'd do in the Europa League. I said we'd be there.
So did I.
You said you'd be there. Only one of us can win this trophy, and the other of us will have the worst season in Premier League history for that.
But Jay, talking about smart quotes,
so I'm just trying to say,
the loudest in the room is what? The loudest person in the room.
Weakest in the room, is it, or something?
Kaz is rejecting because he knows Man United might lose.
Kaz, you know in your heart of hearts, you know in your heart of hearts, right, that this is a 50-50 game at best.
No.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 game. There's no rationale for you thinking you're going to beat us bar with Spurs.
There is. There's lots.
When you beat Newcastle and when you beat City in the cups, credit to Ten Hag, he pulled out tactical masterclasses in those games.
Not really.
Didn't you false 9 Bruno or McTominay against City?
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka just looked up and said, "Maximan," and we
got. So Ten Hag went above and beyond in those games to help you get over the line. Let's see what Amorim's got.
So what, like against Lyon or Sociedad? Or, what's the other one called? Bilbao, all that shit. No,
you know what, Jay? The one thing that you should actually really be worried about is that based on current scenarios, you're probably going to get a red card in the final.
No, I think we're okay. I'm not worried.
Man United in Europa League, they've been getting the favourable decisions with those red cards in it. So you got.
I think for Tottenham, this is a big game, and I think also these Spurs players know that this is their chance to
Good
right
point, Hooks.
history.
Not lie.
I feel
No,
like
none of these Spurs man give a fuck. One goal goes in there,
you
head's
don't think
gone.
they give a, bro. Listen, these Spurs
Their
fans
head's
give a fuck.
gone, man. No, Romero knows he's leaving anyways. Who gives a
Okay.
Hey, Kaz,
shit?
no,
Like,
from last year, I could see a 2-0 in 30 minutes, and everyone just goes, "Ah."
I'm gonna, brother. I'm gonna
Hey, Kaz,
swear
I can see it
down,
already. Everyone's just gonna go, "Ah, Spurs, isn't it? It's Spurs." I could already,
Bro.
Jay. I want you to be competitive final. I don't really care who wins.
Bro, what do you mean, bro? Listen,
But I
bro,
could already see Mons, you're neutral on this as well. I could already see
No, he's
Man
not.
United winning 2-0, 30th minute.
No,
we're like-
I think you have to. I think you really underestimate how badly Spurs want this. And I think
Jay.
United
Yeah,
underestimate it too.
Jay. Before
I don't
Jay,
think
before-
United don't want this. United
Jay,
don't
I
want
win
this.
trophies. You don't. How dare you?
Bro,
You know the maddest thing is,
bro,
yeah,
bro,
is you know
bro,
the whole thing. Right?
I
You know
win
the
so-
thing.
bro.
I can hear this from Monts, yeah. I
Heritage.
can hear this from Monts, yeah. I
Man,
can't hear this
listen,
from nobody
Heritage
else in the
ain't gonna
panel.
save you tomorrow,
I
bro.
can't hear
You know what I
this
mean?
from
Like,
you.
Heritage
Don't
ain't
ever.
gonna save you
The
tomorrow,
man
bro.
thought he could come on
You know what I
here,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
try to
you're not gonna
patronize me
be able
because
to
I'm
bring
loud or whatever, yeah.
reincarnated image
Bro,
of Eric
bro,
Cantona on the pitch to
Bro,
help
no,
you tomorrow.
but the
It
thing
will
is,
feed the
Jay,
11 that's
Jay,
been playing this
Jay,
season.
no, the
Don't
thing
worry
is, yeah,
about it.
you could talk a good game, you could be
Of course.
patronizing in your own ways, but guess
I'm
what?
not patronizing, bro.
Deep
I'm
down,
saying
like you say, deep down. Let me do it back to you. No
Go on.
one believes you. There's no
doesn't matter
factual
whether you
evidence. There's
believe
no
me or not.
evidence. There's no evidence to support
Bro, the truth is
anything
the
that you
truth.
say.
It's not,
How
there's
is
no
it the
evidence to
truth?
support what you're saying. The truth is the truth. Whether
I've
you
got a
believe
lot
me or
more going
not,
on for
the
me
truth
than
remains
going
the
on
truth.
for you.
Yeah?
We're both
Bro, so
shit,
tomorrow-
and I've got more
tomorrow
chance in a
at
cup
10
game than
PM,
you.
Tomorrow at 10 p.m., we'll see whether or not the truth is the truth. At the end of the day, you ain't beat us since 2022.
Oh, is that a little
Yeah?
bit of bass in your voice now?
You ain't beat us since 2022.
Is that a little
So
bit of
you're
bass
not-
in your voice?
You're not going off anything apart
Ooh.
from heritage. That's what you're going off.
Oh,
You're relying on us
so we discount
to bottle
that now, yeah?
No.
So we're
Chaz,
discounting that.
You're relying on us to bottle it. You're not
No,
even
I
relying
don't need to
on your own
rely on
team's
you to bottle
performance.
it. But you say rely on heritage. Now let me pick what you said off earlier when you're talking about, 71 and 86. Now you want to discount heritage all of a sudden when you just use that as your argument about 10 minutes ago.
We win it for the third time. I didn't say we were gonna win it because we won it twice before.
Brother,
I'm not using heritage to do it.
respectfully, I don't care what you say. There's
Okay.
no evidence to support you lot in a final, whichever way you want to pick it and
That's
all that
fair.
stuff.
That's fair.
You away from home is sus as well. Don't go on like you've done
We're not
anything
away
great
from
against
home.
Frankfurt.
We're the home
Yes,
team
you
this
are.
time.
We've
We're
already
the
had
home
practice
team
on
this
this pitch. We've already had
Okay.
practice on this damn pitch. We're Gucci out here, bro. I'm going to tell you this now, yeah. After tomorrow night, it's going to be a fun old game, especially when you jump onto the show as well with Deji and the rest of the crew and whoever else who wants to, Jimmy. You're going to be like, fair play, Cass, but guess what? I'm going to fucking ruin you. I think
you're in for a rude awakening tomorrow, Kaz.
Yeah, rude awakening. But guess what? Even that guy even won us trophies. You can't say shit.
Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it.
Get told this all the time,
I
man.
hope you have the same energy tomorrow, bro.
Brother, you've witnessed one trophy in your lifetime, and it's not even bigger than Palace's trophy.
How does that help you tomorrow?
Because you lot are still Spurs, and I've got more available at my disposal than you having zero creators.
Man United excuses are so weird, though, man. Like you're Spurs,
winning.
and you have injuries.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
you have injuries.
yes.
And
The same
thing you're Manchester United.
Yeah, but the same thing you was crying about last year when Trent got injured and Salah, bro. So don't try to say injuries as excuses.
Bro,
yes,
we
she
were
was.
winning. We were winning.
Yes, she was.
Deflection,
Yes, she was.
Let's stick to the
It's
topic.
lovely. Anyway, the topic is,
bro. It's when they got back we started.
The topic is. I'm redirected to myself. There we go. In a bit, because we got Monsters show in about half an hour. So yeah, love.